You ever get that feeling deep down in your belly or in the back of your mind like, I need to get out of town. I need to bust outside of my routine and just go see something new. Well, that was this trip for me. It was just time to get outside, do something, see something new, see some landscape. I packed up my truck, picked out an area, and just headed that direction. I didn't know if I was gonna truck camp. I didn't know if I was gonna backpack. I definitely wanted to do some backpacking. So hang with me. This is a really fun trip. I'm excited to show you all the stuff I saw. We do a little bit of everything, and I hope you enjoy this. Yo, guys, welcome back to the channel. I wanted to hop on here earlier, but I had to make way. I was running behind. And anyway, long story short, we're road tripping down, gonna do a little overnight camping. I'm not sure if I'm backpacking or if I'm tent or if I'm truck camping yet. We're gonna figure that out. I don't love not having a plan. It is what it is. We're gonna figure it out. Spend some time outside in Eastern Oregon. And you gotta see this. It's like, dude, get out of here. Look at this. Seriously? Look at these views. This canyon's lighting up. It's pretty much golden hour. Golden hour as much as I need. And we're gonna light the drone up. Need to get the drone in the air. It's been fun catching up. We'll probably see you at the campground. Get to see some of the road trip. So sick. And we're gonna throw the drone up in 3, 2, 1. At this stage in the game, I was road tripping. I was about halfway down from Eastern Oregon into Eastern Washington. And as you could see, the sun was lighting up that canyon. Such cool country. I'm really glad I stopped and got the drone out. We're just road tripping south. I really, at this point, have no plan other than I'm going to check out a new area and do some camping. And it's definitely on my to-do list to get out and do a little backpacking if I can. So hang tight because the views only get better and better, and this is some of my favorite ever footage. Alright, so I ended up getting in pretty late. I'm gonna make a quick meal. My tent's over there, backpacking tent. I'll show you all the stuff, but Heather's choice. This is a first time trying this one. And that's kind of what this trip is for. Just really like testing some gear, testing some stuff out, and getting outside. Testing stuff. And the stars are popping. So we're gonna shoot some astro photography, which is awesome because I don't get to do a lot of it. And I got a great lens for astro. First night in my new tent went awesome. There's no condensation. Everything looks good. It was easy to set up.
Today, still really don't have a huge plan. Gonna get to see the country, maybe do a hike and stay in somewhere overnight. Depending how it goes, get on the dirt bike a little bit. Gonna bring you guys along so you can check it out. Eastern Oregon, and I got some absolutely shots last night of the stars. Stars came out like I haven't seen in a long time. You all see that too?
One thing that's kind of interesting about today is I don't know where I'm going to end up yet. I'm going to take a ride on this. I'm just going to kind of explore some countryside. And I've got everything in my backpack to not come back. There's a couple high mountain lakes. I want to see the countryside first and then kind of pick and choose where I want to hang out for the night. I'm going to hop onto this thing. We're going to go for a dirt bike ride. I used to not like POV style filming, and it's really grown on me. So this will be the first time I've done it on my channel with a dirt bike, and let me know what you think. It was super fun mobbing around on the dirt bike, checking out some countryside. But at this stage in the game, I still hadn't found where I was going to spend the night, and I really wanted to do some backpacking. So I packed back up, got in the truck. I knew I wasn't that far from some pretty scenic landmarks, so I wanted to just hop in the truck, go check those out, and then circle back and pick a spot to go backpacking to. If the story seems a little scatterbrained so far, that's because it is. I was all over the place. I'm going to end up doing one of my favorite hikes of all time into a high mountain lake and just kind of beat the heat and get out and just see some really incredible mountains. And yeah, hang tight. Right quick, we're just still looking for a spot, but I had to stop it and show you the view. Check this view. Check it. Hello. So we finally made a decision. We're hiking into a lake for an overnighter. And the first about 4 miles were brutal. Well, brutal for me uphill. This has been like a pretty good gut check. Get my hiking legs back. Look at my shirt is drenched. It's pretty gross. This one's been good. Good to get outside. It's like a gut check, you know? Got to get my legs back underneath me. Oh wow, that's a cool camping spot. Check that. Little creek nearby. I could wrap it there and be good, but I'm not that far away from the lake. And the path finally leveled out so I can talk without, like, you know, heavy breathing. Without mouth breathing. How about this for a little story time? Check this trail out. Oh, you guys met some locals. They're like, hey, go check this out. This is a good hike. I'm like, all right. I start hiking up the trail. I have all my stuff in my phone. And like, look at my phone. I'm like a mile in. I'm like, where is that lake? Where is that lake? I couldn't figure it out.
and I hiked up the wrong side of the trail. So fortunately, there's another spot in here not too far, but similar distance. It's about 7 miles in. But the first about 4 or 5 are uphill, like walking up a treadmill the whole way. That's the audible, and it'll still be awesome. Fortunately, I didn't screw up too bad that I had to turn around and call it. Check this. Pretty awesome. This trail's pretty level now too. Yeah, I'll do a good job of cameramanning from here on out. Those are pretty sick views. And look at this camping spot, man. Fire pit, water, mountains. Nice little spot in there. I'm gonna get set up and probably take a few clicks and get a fire going. I'm so glad to be here and dump that pack. I have this thing where it's like a personal vendetta to get the fire started on the first try every time. That looks good. The stuff's pretty dry, so it wasn't too hard, but hey, for every easy one, there's a difficult one too, so I love fire. I'm part pyromaniac. We'll just keep it pretty small and simple tonight. What? How? It's pretty amazing. Pretty blessed to be able to come do stuff like this. And it doesn't cost you anything. A little bit of gas, some effort, maybe a plane ticket if you gotta come from that far. Okay, so I gotta get some food in the hopper. I think I earned my meal tonight, which is pretty cool. Tonight's chili night. That stuff's pretty good. I've had it before. It's legit. It's got side effects though. I had to pick up my meals kind of last minute at REI, which was a mess, by the way. One thing I like about this brand is they give you these little numbers on the side to fill it up. I've got this little tiny, it's like $14. And I've had it for 3 or 4 years. And it lights up when I click it every time. Check this, one click. cups. There was so much water on the hike up. And I packed in with too much, of course. But it's all good. It feels really, really good to get my pack off my back. I packed in too much stuff. Some of it was extra footage stuff, so hopefully you guys appreciate that. I love it, man. It's just so good for the soul to get out and recharge the batteries. Nothing but fire crackling, birds going off, and the river in the background. This is definitely one of the coolest spots I've camped. And it's a Sunday night, so there's only like one other couple in here, and they're pretty darn cool. Let it sit for like 10-12 minutes, ready to rock. That's that. I'm gonna add one top secret ingredient I'm gonna tell you about here shortly. One of my buds' dads. His name's Bill Caramo. Shout out to Bill Caramo, who'll never ever see this, but he's like, one day he's like, why don't you put peanut butter in with your chili? And I'm like, what? You're crazy. Long story short, it's really tasty and a great way to get more calories in there. I use almond butter because peanut butter is not so friendly for me. Try it out sometime. Chili, peanut butter, or almond butter. It's awesome. And I'm super pumped to eat this. It's really, really good. That's about what I got for tonight. It's awesome. Awesome hike in. Lake is, it's one of the coolest places I've ever been for sure. No wind, no bugs, man. Just, yeah, really, really grateful. Glad I decided to get up here. That's what I got. I will see you guys in the morning. We're going to shoot some very cool stuff on the way out. I kind of rushed my way in here, but we'll take our time on the way out and gonna get some awesome stuff. That's our wrap for the night. I can't believe what time it is. I woke up at 5:30, which is pretty regular for me. Woke up at 5:30, went outside, wanted to check on the light, see if it was worth launching the drone, and it wasn't time yet. And I was like, well, I'll go back to bed and wake up in an hour, maybe an hour and a half, and 3 hours later. That's crazy. I guess needed. It's time to get outside, launch this drone, grab some footage, eat some breakfast, and soak it up. Get some footage, grab some photos, and take it easy. 7 miles out. Speaking of light, that's a little better.
You behind your eyes, the way you're talking, it's a cheap disguise. We were made to chase the light, but you got saved on a moonless night. Get free tonight, set it all on fire. And fever dreams, talking.
These are good. Oatmeal with blueberries and stuff. Doesn't take long to make. It's a good little hiking breakfast. I wanted to take a minute to kind of talk about solo trips because they're intimidating and I didn't like it at first. I started doing some solo stuff and it was just really, really uncomfortable. And I know I've gotten questioned a few times like, how do you do it? What makes it? Why? What? And long story short, well, we'll set this up. We'll get you a good view here. Just that exposure right quick. How's that? So long story short, solo is just something that I think everybody should try. It's intimidating. It's scary. You learn a lot about yourself. You learn you're truly the only person holding yourself back from doing things. The narrative you create it's all you. The reason you can't do things, should do things, won't do things, won't try things, will try things. But yeah, solo is awesome. It's different. It's uncomfortable. But the whole thing is like, I don't always prefer to go solo. I like having friends. I like having my people around. But there just comes a time and a place when you want to do something and schedules don't line up. And if your schedules don't line up, what are you going to do? What are your choices? It's to either not do it or do it. And I think just learning to go solo is it's a really cool, awesome skill. And it just takes time. I don't know. Maybe it's not for everybody, but I think everybody should try going solo, doing something at some point. Solo trip, solo vacation, solo backpacking. You get to figure out what makes you tick. It's time to be introspective, reflective, and I don't know. It's cool. I certainly don't think it's for everybody, but I think it's something everybody should try. And I promise that you will learn something about yourself. You'll learn a lot of the narrative you create is just you. It's, reasons you can't do things, stuff that you reflect on. It's all you. So I just wanted to hop in and say that because going solo has been, and it still is uncomfortable for me a little bit here and there. And the further I go, the different it is. I wouldn't change anything for the world. It's been awesome. I've learned so much going solo, and some of my best memories, some of the coolest shit I've done has been because I decided to go solo and my buds couldn't make it. Try it out. Am I supposed to stay at home and miss that? I don't think so. Not today. Not tomorrow. I'll pass on that. Get me out here seeing stuff like this. overview of this thing because I haven't done that yet. It's a pretty sweet setup. So that folds down. It looks the same as this does over here. It's your little vestibule area. It's a really big footprint for a two-person. You get your vestibule area here, room for my backpack. And then, yeah, this is just me. What I got, sleeping pad, sleeping bag. Room enough for me to sit up. Goes up with my hiking poles. You can enter from either side, and there's legitimately room for two people. It's not like one of those two-person deals that is like 1.5. You could fit two. It's tight, but doable for sure. And I'm not small. This has been like my favorite tent ever, and I've only got a few trips on it. It's just awesome. One thing I think that's super crafty, the hiking poles are not in the way of the entrance. Good job, engineering team. These little pullouts just give you some extra room. You can use these to stretch your room too, or if you really need to bunker down. But yeah. Just hiking our way out. I'm about more than halfway, and the downhill is like easy money compared to what the uphill was. I'm just kind of soaking it up, shooting some video, shooting some photos, and not trying to rush it too much. Been a really cool hike. I have a hard time doing hikes more than once or twice. I guess if they're spaced apart like multiple years. So I can't say that I'll be back right away, but I'll certainly be back. It was awesome. The lake was so beautiful. And you guys, thank you guys for watching. We're gonna keep rolling, it's not over yet, but I appreciate it. The YouTube channel is starting to grow some. I feel like when I publish a video now, like there are subscribers that will watch. Appreciate you guys. Keep rolling.
Cause you're looking like trouble, but you got no place to go. But let me tell ya, this city, it's a jungle. Welcome to the wild.